Fear definitely plays a role in how I look at climate change, especially when you look to the future of what climate change is going to bring about for all of us and like the reality that we're going to be living in.
So fear can be very specific. You can imagine that some people have specific fears, phobias, things like that. Fear is what we say, it's present oriented, it's in the moment. It causes a sort of an alarm reaction in the brain, so there's a lot of physiological activity. Where anxiety is future oriented, it's worried about what might happen, worried about the future. Where the person is just pushing the thought of that out of their mind and also probably feeling quite helpless, kind of powerless, feeling that they can't do anything because the greater authorities are not doing enough.
So I don't really have a lot of positive opinions when it comes to climate change. I think we're in a lot of trouble coming up into the future. However, the movement that's happening at the moment, like Fridays for Future and what just happened in the UN now, there's some hope, or I feel hopeful, but for right now, my opinions are pretty bleak. When I say hopeful, that more young people are coming together and really pushing this movement forward, which I think is really important.
I got interested in climate issues by seeing the direct impact of climate change on my hometown. For example, summer after summer, we were seeing increasingly intense effects of forest fires caused by climate change. And before that, I never really, I stayed pretty much in that area of the country, but then when I moved to AUP and I started traveling more, I started seeing how the environment and the effects of climate change were impacting every single new city and country that I visited in interesting and unexpected ways. I actually didn't come to AUP as an environmental studies major, but because of observing environmental effects around the globe and just being in the AUP community, I've switched my major to study it.
When I think about the future and what the future holds, it doesn't look great according to the science out there. It's kind of scary to think that what we thought about as kids of our future probably won't be the same. And there's a lot of serious cuts that we have to make to our own societies, whether that's not having the nicest luxuries that we dreamed of when we were younger, not having those in the future, but moreover, there's going to be a lot of climate refugees, people that just can no longer live in the environments that they are living in due to the climate, whether it's floods or it's getting too hot that everything dries up. And that's what scares me, because where are they going to go? And when they go somewhere, they can't just integrate into that society, because then their whole culture and community is vanished.
One of the things that helps me move away from that fear is contextualizing it in a broader sense. If you're talking about the evolutionary side of it, we as as humans are a species, and we are one of many who's entering a process of extinction right now. So while I can mourn the potential death of our species and the inevitable death of other species around us, you can also feel somewhat hopeful for all of the species that will come about because of the conditions that we leave behind.